Hi everybody, Ivana Intuitive here, and it is our Wednesday predictions day. I have some questions here. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them at some point. Again, I'm using the Radiant Rider Waite deck. For any clarifications, I'm using my Golden Insights Oracle. As I've said before, I always find this deck to be very accurate, but kind of like, I don't know. I get a weird vibe on it. Not a bad vibe. Not a bad vibe, but just kind of a weird vibe. And then for our 3-card pick a card, I have the Power of Surrender cards here from Judith Orloff, MD. That'll be our 3-card pick a card to see what we need to surrender kind of to move forward or to just kind of calm energies around. I'm getting a feeling things are kind of a little bit, like the energy's just a little bit extra vibrations. How about that? I'll just say that. It's kind of a little jagged energy. But I don't want to say that because I don't want to put that out there. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. Something that we need to do to surrender and slow down a bit. So as I always forget to say, but I'm trying to remember to say it sooner. This video, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all my new subscribers, and I appreciate my subscribers who have been here for many, many years. I've already been doing this for almost 2.5 years, and really appreciate the subscribers, the likes, the comments, and please feel free to share it also. So anyway, that being said, let's get started. The first question that I'm going to answer here is, when we're ready to move up a level, and this has happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to many of you, if not all of you, you kind of sometimes feel a little bit off for a couple of weeks, and then you realize after that you feel better, and you feel like, I have like a higher or maybe a new understanding of the universe or whatever an issue is that I've been working on. You're kind of like getting an ascension as such. So the question is, can ascension symptoms be painful at times? Okay. And, you might get a ringing in your ears. You might feel just a chill. You might get a headache. But let me see what the cards say. So the question, this one flew out, this card. We're going to keep that. It's, can ascension symptoms be painful at times? So I'm already seeing a very strong yes in my head. Okay. Not painful in a bad way. Painful, well, it could be. I guess if it's painful, it's painful. But hold on. All my cards flip. So obviously we're going to get a nice message here. I'm going to put these back. Okay. So can ascension symptoms be painful at times? Let's just get it together, right? And let's, oh my. Okay. Oh, very interesting. All right. This is the message I'm getting. As I said, I see a clear yes in my head. Sometimes they are. Sometimes like I will get like a noise in my ears and it's just very, very loud. And I have to say, please tone it down a little bit. But the first card that I got is this 8 of Pentacles card, right? This is, we're hard at work. We're looking, trying to learn, move, ascend higher, raise our frequency. We all, our vibration is set. We have that, but to raise that frequency of that vibration. So, we all are sitting here really diligently working on, again, ascending and, trying to be the best person that we can be, both physically and spiritually and emotionally and mentally. And then the next card that I got is this 8 of Swords card. Yeah, I mean, like these swords, like just kind of like, yeah, they can be painful. While she can walk away from this, okay, this she can take her blindfold off and she can actually walk away and she can actually walk through this, walk around these swords. The swords are kind of like showing me like the pain. You can get a stabbing pain, maybe a headache, maybe you get a back pain. So yes, they can be, they can be painful at times. And then the other card that I got here, the last card is the 7 of Wands card. And I'm going to pull a clarifying card too. The 7 of Wands, again, right? Now the swords represent your mind and your thoughts kind of being painful, like getting a stab in the head is what I'm hearing. This is like your emotions. You may also start to cry, right? I just heard you might even, I don't want to say hyperventilate in a big way, but you might even like lose your breath or have to catch your breath or something. So can they be painful at times? Yes. Let me pull one clarifying card and see what I get with that. But also what I'm hearing and what I've also heard other people say, and I found that this has worked for me, is when this is a great card. I got this ring card, and if you watch my super duper girl videos, this card came up for that also. That was yesterday. So anyway, ring, and it says marital union, eternal love, long-term commitment, meeting a perfect partner. But what they talked about yesterday, or what super duper girl talked about yesterday, was this ring being this gold, this thick band of gold. This is like your soul or your spirit. It's unending, it's eternal, it's strong, right? Just a really beautiful representation of us, okay, and this our eternity and our long-term commitment to ourselves and to the universe. And it says marital union, and also like being married to the universe, and really being deserving of all that we have and that we do, because everybody here is worthy. If you're not non-existent, that's for sure, and you're worthy. If you're here, you're worthy to be here. So anyway, so yes, can ascension symptoms be painful at times? I'm going to say yes. I've also been told, and I agree with this. I've heard this, that you can ask for those symptoms to be turned down a little bit, and just say to spirit, you know what, that really hurts my ears, or you really gave me I'm getting a bad headache over this. Can you tune it down a little bit? And that will usually happen. That has happened with me, especially if I'm getting like noises in my ears. Sometimes it comes in a little strong, and I'm like, can we take it down a notch? And it does. It'll go down, and it's kind of weird. It's like ding ding, kind of goes down a little bit. So the other thing I wanted to mention, and I know that most of you probably know about this, but it's been on my mind to share it with you, and if somebody hasn't heard about it, is muscle testing. There are a couple different varieties of muscle testing, but it's something that I learned watching the YouTube channels, and basically just asking yourself a personal question, and then just seeing if like for me, if I can't pull my fingers apart, it's a yes. If I can, it's a no. Like for instance, is a certain food like good for me? Yes, no, right? It really is just for you personally. I wouldn't put any stock in it medically or anything like that. I'm not a doctor, again, for entertainment purposes only. But I have found that sometimes I have a yes/no question, or is something good for me, or should I pursue something? And it's just kind of gives me a quick answer how my body is feeling about something. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that about muscle testing. Okay, now we're on to our next question. So will there ever be a cure or better therapy for autism? So let's see if there's ever going to be a cure. I'm kind of hearing a yes, no. Okay, well, let's see. Will there ever be a cure or better therapy for autism? Wow, yeah. Okay, I'm going to say yes, and I'll show you these cards in a moment. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay. This is actually the clarifying card that came out. There a few cards flew out, but this one was on the top, and it says fluid. It says being in the flow, natural movement, acceptance, and no resistance. That's a very interesting card with this whole idea of will there ever be a cure or better therapy for autism? Because I heard yes and no, and it's kind of like yes, but you have to be in the flow of it, okay? Like the person has to feel that they need to be cured, if I can say it like that. I guess so. But they have to really feel that they have to have that level of acceptance of it, of being cured. The first card that I got here is this 5 of Pentacles card, kind of, showing these people have lost their health, they've lost their wealth, but all they have to do is walk into this building with the 5 Pentacles here, and they can get, they can get soup. They can get washed up. They can get out of the cold. So that, yes, is it coming? Yes, because we're going to go through this world. We're going to go through this passageway here. Things are going to wrap up with it. And then we're going to have the Sun card as an outcome. So here we are with the Sun card. That's a strong yes. But again, if people want it, if they want to pursue it. So I think that there will be a cure or better therapy. Yes. But I think it will be very much dependent on the person and if they want to pursue that. So that's my answers for that. The next one I got, are our spiritual / angel guides visiting us more often? I kind of think they are, just because I believe that the veil is thinning. But let's see. I want to see what the tarot cards have to say about that. That is our spiritual, and our angel guides. Are they visiting us more often? I'm going to say, okay, well, let me see what the cards. I know what I kind of think here. Let me see what the cards say. And then let me pull a clarifying card also very quickly. Oh, I love it. Okay. I'm going to say yes. Okay. They are, because they're not, the answer that I'm hearing very clear is they're not visiting us more often. We're just becoming more open and accepting of it. So here we are kind of in this battle mode, right? And I'm talking about like humanity and over the past, eons, whatever, kind of having this feeling, and not so much even in the past, but for where we're at now, people maybe not being as open to it, right? Fighting it, right? Fighting that whole idea of having spirit guides, having your angel guides, having them speak to you. So having that level of like fighting about it, like society closing it down. And then I got the Ace of Wands card, which is a beautiful opening of creativity, right? Wands are creativity. The Ace card is beginnings. Beautiful opening of all this creative, creative ideas and emotional communication that we're now getting. Why? Because we're more open to it. And then the last card I got is this Four of Wands, us kind of graduating. This is kind of like our angels. This is kind of like the veil, and us walking through this veil and walking through this gate and really having much more closer communication with them, because we're allowing it. I just heard they're like, and this isn't anything new what I'm saying. I mean, I've heard this many times, but we're always talking with you. We're always communicating with you. But now you are walking through that gateway so that you can speak with us, so that you're opening up, you're lowering that like protective covering, but it's not a protection. It's just like a veil that you're now lowering and opening up, so you can now hear the messages that we've always given to you. And I love this. The clarifying card that I got is the Bee, and it says hard work, teamwork, rewards for efforts, and focus and dedication. As we focus and dedicate ourselves to moving across, through this veil, we're going to have the rewards for it, and we're going to get the teamwork for it. We're going to be kind of like busy as a bee with our spirit guides and bringing them in and helping them. We have free will, so they just can't come in and do things for us. We have to ask them, what do my spirit guides think? What do you guys think? What direction would be the best direction? Again, for me, quieting my mind, taking some time, maybe journaling, maybe doing some automatic writing and getting the answers that way. But again, don't forget, they're saying, don't forget the free will, that, we can help, but you have to invite us in for that help. We can't just do it. So, okay, there you go, right? And now the last question that I'm going to answer is, does tapping work? I don't know if you're familiar with tapping, but it's basically, there's a book on it, I know, and I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there on it, but it's basically, hold on a second, all these cards fell out, like tapping, and there's a certain way you do it, like you would start here, and then here, and then here, and again, don't pay any attention to how I'm doing it, because I know I'm not doing it correctly, but does it work? I will tell you that from personal experience, I want to see what the cards have to say. It does work for me. Again, I think it's a matter of quieting my mind, slowing down, concentrating on the tapping procedure, and I have had it work for me as far as, like calming down a headache, calming an upset stomach down. It does much more than that. Again, I would suggest don't listen to me about it, because I'm just very much on the surface of this. But I thought, does tapping work? And I thought I'd like to see what the cards have to say about it. The cards are loving it. Once again, we get this health and wealth card, which would make sense. If you're out in the cold and you're not feeling well and you're, don't have the level of health that you'd like, you can certainly use tapping. This being represented now by these 5 pentacles, you can use tapping. Maybe it might be helpful for you. The Queen of Wands card, beautiful card. It's based on your intuition, if you should use it or not, whatever. Again, I'm not a doctor. Please see your doctor if you have any issues. But, sometimes like, hey, I think I could maybe, like, it'll cross my mind, like, oh, I have a headache. Well, instead of taking an aspirin, sometimes my intuition will tell me, why don't you, do tapping? And I'm like, oh yeah, sometimes I just forget about it. And then the outcome is this wheel of fortune, which is really coming into your karmic destiny. But to me, that's a yes. It does tapping work? Yes, it certainly can work. And, interesting, right? I mean, it's an interesting concept. And for me, what I'm trying to find out in my own life personally are like things like muscle testing, tapping, things that I can do to help my body or help me move forward without taking an aspirin, without changing my diet around a lot. I've changed my diet around a lot. I think I have a lot better diet. Can I certainly improve it? Of course. But anyway, that being said, I think that the cards are pretty clear on that it can work. It can be an option, right? That's all we're looking for. That's all I'm looking for is different options. If it doesn't work, then you can go to plan B and try something else. Okay, that all being said, we're going to do the 3-card pick again. It is going to be with the Power of Surrender card. So let me shuffle these cards up. And I just was thinking today, I don't know why, but I'm just kind of feeling like it's just time to step back for me. I don't know how you're feeling. You might be really, really energetic and really feeling like you're raring to go. But I thought, I just feel like, what do I need to surrender? What do I need to step back and really kind of go deep in my own heart and think about surrendering to so that I can move forward? Kind of like I just heard, releasing like a weight off of my shoulders, or, a weight in my soul and my heart that I can release just to get a little bit lighter so that I can, move forward and hopefully I won't get any ascension symptoms that are painful when I do, right? So, okay, there's card 1, card 2, and card 3. All right, very good. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Think about which card resonates with you. Don't think too hard. 1, 2, or 3. All right. If you picked card 1, I love this. Surrender to your full power. Wow. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Beautiful, right? Might be time to surrender to your full power. If you picked card 2, you got surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Absolutely, I love it. The last one, surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. It very well might be time to surrender that procrastination and jump on that goal and move forward with it. All right, my friends, don't forget, Mondays, I have my 3-card shorts. Tuesdays, I have my Super Duper Girl channeling, which is a short. Wednesdays today, predictions. Tomorrow, energy reads, which is Thursday. And Friday are the weekend reads. So I will see you tomorrow, my friends. Thank you so much for stopping by. Namaste.